And a very good day, everybody. It is indeed Monday, February 17th, 2025. It is 2:58 p.m. Eastern Canadian Time. And this is the day after that historical snowstorm. And as you can see, it is of course daylight. And with the daylight, we can see even more clearly how much snow has fallen. If you're wondering for totals, almost 50 centimeters fell on the Montreal region yesterday. That's on top of a previous storm earlier in the week. And according to one of my buddies that's a meteorologist in the West Island of Montreal, he said a total of 70 centimeters is on the ground right now. That's an estimate, but around 70 centimeters. So that's of course in areas where it hasn't been plowed, such as this, such as a park, a field, where it hasn't really been disturbed. So amazing. I just want to show you guys, this is what a typical sidewalk looks like right now. Even the streets themselves are not really plowed, but the sidewalks are even worse. Alright, so I just checked, and apparently it was 34 centimeters that fell during the first storm, and 38 centimeters that fell during this storm. So again, 34 centimeters fell during the earlier storm this week, and this storm, this latest one, was 38 centimeters. And these are approximate but pretty accurate calculations, and that is from, like I said, my meteorologist buddy in the West Island of Montreal. I'll put a link to his channel and his videos. But I want to show you guys here, this is what a typical sidewalk looks like right now in the Montreal area. Hardly plowed. The streets are plowed a little bit better, but I mean, when it comes to the sidewalks, forget about it. Unless you're on, one of the bigger streets, like this one here, which is Charlevoix. They did recently pass the snowplow through. And of course, when you pass the snowplow through, this pushes the snow up towards the banks. And this can also be sort of a safety hazard during these snowstorms, because look at the fire hydrants. They're completely covered up, almost inaccessible. That's probably why they put these markings on there, so that they can be seen during a snowstorm if they're buried. But imagine if there's a fire or something and they have to dig out the hydrant. That's precious time. Not to mention trying to get through the streets and navigating. So yeah, it is pretty incredible to see this. So we have had bigger snowstorms, of course, especially going back in 1950s, 60s. These were a lot more common. So it's pretty rare now that we see these because of climate change and whatnot. And especially, looking at back-to-back storms like this within the same week, the same time period. So it's quite incredible. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go around different parts of the city and just document, film, and show you. Look at this. Imagine, this is a sidewalk here. Incredible. So, and now we have the high winds. I'm going to put all the units, I guess you can say conversions of the different units, centimeters to inches. I'll put them in the video description so you guys know. But yeah, let's walk around. And now we do have, like I said, high winds. Temperature, I'll have to check, and I'll have that answer in the next clip coming up here. So there is the Lachine Canal. And I just checked the weather. We are under a blowing snow advisory, and the winds are up to 70 kilometers per hour. Temperature right now, with the wind, minus 23 degrees Celsius. Without the wind, apparently minus 11 degrees Celsius. So minus 23 degrees Celsius, I just checked. That's around minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit. And check this out, we got some train tracks here that lead to the Ardent Mill. This is the Ardent flour mill that's down there. Check it out, train tracks completely covered. Probably gonna have to bring in a rail plow for this and clear these tracks out, but mind you, this spur is not really used that often. So, and there's facing west, by the way, facing towards the West Island, St. Henry, which is a little closer. We'll continue walking around checking out the aftermath of this incredible snowstorm. Look at this. This is all from blowing snow. There's actually a vehicle underneath here. If you don't believe me, see for yourself. Look at that. That's amazing. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do in this compilation video. Basically document, record the aftermath of this, because the storm's one thing, but after the storm, well, that's another thing altogether. I gotta give it to the birds in nature. They are resilient. A lot more than us humans when it comes to these storms. All gathered in those bushes there. Pretty cool. Let's continue. So we're here in the downtown core of Montreal, and it looks like we have a REM outage. Probably not really a surprise, seeing how the weather is, probably affecting the track switches, track mechanisms. So we do have a REM outage going on right now, and yeah, I should give you the timestamp. It's 3:44 p.m. Eastern Canadian Time, Monday, February 17th, 2025. All right, I'll keep collecting various clips throughout the day. You can see those strong winds blowing all that snow around, off the roofs, around the ground, and even some random vegetation. Alright, more clips to come. Alright, so here's the scene at Place Ville Marie. As you can see, this area here is covered in complete ice. And now we're going to face the north towards Montreal, which you can see in the distance past this display here. And the wind is continuing to blow, and the wind chill is pretty cold, I can tell you that. We'll get a couple of clips now around this area here in the downtown core of Montreal, Canada. And of course all this ice here is an extra hazard. Now usually after a big snowstorm, not always, but sometimes you do get warmer weather that moves in and a lot of it melts. It's not going to be the case with this one because it's all cold temperatures, at least for the next week or so. And I'll zoom in here and show you Montreal. The old Royal Victoria Hospital in the distance. Yeah, this wind taking my breath away. Let's continue walking around here, see what we can see. Right, it is now 4:11 p.m. Eastern Canadian Time, and we're, I guess you could say, in the core of the downtown core right now. This is St. Catherine Street right here, and this street right beside me that's intersecting it is Mansfield. Now look how deep the snow is. There's those waste baskets, recycling, garbage cans. Look how deep that snow is, and you can see the bike too, how deep the snow is there. And by the way, that's facing towards the west. So I just wanted to show you guys this little video here of the downtown core, what it looks like right now. Snow removal operations, by the way, this is important to mention, are going to take up to 8 days here in Montreal, so keep that in mind. And yes, I am drinking an iced coffee. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. It's right now 4:37 p.m. Monday, February 17th, 2025. And what you see is pretty much what there is. So my next video in regards to the theme of the storm is I'm going to try to get some snow removal operations on video. So that'll be the next part of this. And it's worth pointing out, guys, that, well, winter is not over yet. We still have a lot of time left in winter, sort of speaking. Probably once we get past mid-March, that's when the weather starts warming up, and then it's flood season that we got to watch out for. So thanks for watching, guys, and it was a pleasure bringing you all these clips from this incredible historic snowstorm here in Montreal, Canada, and perhaps even in your area, depending on where you are If you like this sort of video, this is what my channel's about, so make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, turn on your notification bells. Plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching, guys.